Okay, just had an amazing conversation with a virtual coaching client that I'm going to be working with. We had a Sherlock Holmes assessment. I put my Sherlock Holmes investigative hat on. We had a interrogation, and I dove deep into the paperwork he sent back to me. Sent him a bunch of questions to answer, and we went through it, and he gained a ton of clarity. And I want to tell you how that went. And I want to tell you why this is so powerful, this interrogation. Because we zoomed out 20,000 feet and looked at every single thing he's doing in his life right now. And most people don't have a clue what they're doing. They can't remember, and they don't write anything down. So until you know exactly what you're doing in your life, you're not measuring anything. So you can't make any changes. And that's what this interrogation is all about. And all we did was see where he's at. And then guess what we did? Pulled some levers and dialed some things up and dialed some things down. Very simple. I didn't put him on a keto diet. There was no crazy fasting routines, right? There was no restrictive diet or excessive exercise programs that I'm going to put him on. We went over exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it together for him this weekend. We're starting on Monday. But it basically went like this. His number one thing, he has no structure in his diet. So we're going to put structure in his diet. He's going to know exactly what he's going to eat, the amount of times that he wants that fits his lifestyle. So he's going to do 3 meals per day. Very simple. He has no structure. His diet's all over the place. So that's the number one thing, putting structure in his diet, giving him some routines, putting some rituals in his diet. We're going to add some habits. The habits are going to create the new lifestyle. You guys know how this works, right? Sustainability is the key. Adherence, right? So the main thing we're going to do is structure in his day. And then we're going to dial up his protein. He's not eating enough protein. We're going to dial up his fiber. He barely eats any vegetables. He's hungry all the time. He snacks too much. So we're going to dial down the snacking. So what do you think the increase in protein and increase in fiber are going to do? It's going to knock out the snacking all at the same time. That's what it'll do. Knocks out multiple birds with one stone. That's what protein and fiber does. Okay. So dialing up protein, dialing up the fiber, dialing down the snacking. We're going to dial down the eating out. Guess what his alcohol intake was? Does anybody know? Does anybody actually count? No, you're guessing. Most people they're not lying. They just have no clue when I ask them how many glasses of wine, how much alcohol do you have per week? I think he was pretty honest. Guess what it came to? 17 servings of alcohol. Think I'm going to take all that away from him? Absolutely not. He's not going to go from 17 to 0. But I'm going to dial it down considerably. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm going to dial it down considerably. You know what he asked me? I thought this was hilarious. He asked me if he could have cream in his coffee. I said, my friend, cream is not your problem. Cream is not your problem, okay? It might be the 17 glasses or 17 servings of alcohol. That might be your number one problem here. And your 4,500 steps a day. So we're going to dial down the alcohol. We're going to dial up his 4,500 steps to at least 9,000. We're going to dial up his strength training, which is about 1 to 2, which means it's probably 0 to 3. So 0 to 3 strength training sessions. Easy peasy, baby. Easy peasy. This is how it works. It doesn't have to be that hard. You make it hard. You always set yourself up for failure with this all or nothing mindset. You dive into this stuff every January with a restrictive diet and working out every day of the week thinking that's sustainable. It's not. It never was. Never worked yet. It's not going to work now. Can we try something different? Can we have an adult conversation and do something different? Enough's enough. Like, you don't have to throw everything, all the food you love, out the window. Get away from this good food, bad food thing. You can have your cake and eat it too sometimes, and work it into your calorie load for the day. As long as you're mindful and smart and you have the skills to do this, which I teach people how to do it all the time, you can lose weight and have the food you enjoy. But you can't have it all the time. You can't do it. There's got to be sacrifices that are made. But the bottom line is, a Sherlock Holmes interrogation, or however you want to do it, needs to be done in your life. You've got to zoom out, put everything you're doing on paper to see what you're doing, to see what you can dial up and dial down, see what levers you can pull to finally reach the physique and the health that you want to achieve. It's not as hard as you keep making it, I promise. Okay? I'm here for you.